Hello and welcome guys to part 2 of our rock collection video. Today we're going to look at 3 more types of rocks for you. So the first rock we are going to look at today looks like this. All right. This rock is called red sandstone. Okay. And if we look at it, it gets its name because it is made of tiny particles or sediments of sand. All right. So we kind of see all the little compacted sand together. So that's exactly how it's formed. A lot of sand gets compressed and compacted together to form red sandstone. Something cool about sandstone is that it's used a lot for construction, or it was back in the day before we had the technology that we have. But this was super popular for construction because it was very weather resistant, okay? It's very hard. It's very kind of thick, and it withstands weather very nicely. All right, so this is what it looks like. I'll rotate it around a little bit more for you guys at home to see, but it's just made of a lot of compacted red sediment. It kind of feels kind of coarse. All right, I wouldn't really want to keep rubbing my hands on this. If we shine it in the light, we don't really see much reflecting off of it. It's not very lustrous. Kind of see some stripes in it a little bit, the different layers of sediment. Okay, that right there is red sandstone. Okay? The next rock I would like to show you guys is right here. This is called schist. Okay? So schist is actually a German word, and it means split in German. And the reason why it means split in German is because schist, this type of rock, goes under a process which is called foliated. All right, so this rock is foliated. And basically that means is it can split into tiny flakes or layers very easily. So if we can kind of see all the different layers that kind of make it up. So this rock can just kind of like flake off pretty easy into those layers, all right? It's really easy to split. So that is why it's called schist, or I guess in German, split, right? If we look at it, shining in the light, it does reflect the light. It is pretty shiny, so it has luster. It feels relatively smooth. Okay, so this side and this side, if we feel the edges are a little bit more coarse because that's where the layers are, right? That's where it kind of can flake away. But for the most part, this is pretty smooth. Schist is made up of, it's normally clay or some type of mud that goes under a lot of heat and pressure, okay? So that is where schist comes from, all right? So it used to be clay or mud, goes under a lot of heat and pressure, it turns into schist, all right? And this is what it looks like, all right? And finally, our last type of rock looks like this. This is called conglomerate, okay? Kind of looks like a rock that if we were to go outside and pick up a rock, something similar to what you might find in your backyard, okay? So this is conglomerate. You can see this is a great example of a bunch of different sediment compacted together. We can see big rocks, small rocks, pebbles, sand, all kind of crushed and compacted together. So this is conglomerate. It's normally just a hodgepodge of different sand, sediment, minerals. Okay, so it looks like this. This one I would say is not very lustrous. It's not really shining back, but it really depends on what's inside it, what's compacted into it, because occasionally you might get something shinier, all right, that may reflect it a little bit. For the most part, it's not super reflective. Kind of like a brownish, grayish, blackish, tannish color, all right? Really multicolored because of all the different pebbles and sediments inside, okay? So this is what conglomerate looks like, all right? So those are our 3 rocks today. Once again, we have sandstone, we have schist, and we have conglomerate. So this is kind of what they look like next to each other. And thanks for watching the video, guys. I will see you guys later.